Hello there, this is father and friend, a new cache, Licht in het hart van Laren. Well, close to the cache, I'll show it to you first. There it is, as you can see it. It's not completely a birdhouse like you're used to from us, but clearly recognizable as being a geocache, as well as built next to a table tennis hall, so that's why it's disguised as a mailbox for table tennis. What you see over here, there's a door which doesn't open. On the front there's a lock, of course. On the side there is something here, it doesn't do anything. And there's something here, hey, a small hole, and it says test. There's a light bulb next to it. Nothing on the top. If you look at the bottom, what do we have here? You see something here which won't work. Of course there's a metal bar in front of it, therefore it cannot open. There is a Chinese counting window right there. And if you look here, it says up and down. Well, the first thing you've got to do is to open this lock. How do you get a combination of the lock? Well, I'll give it away. If you turn these things here, you can see all kinds of lines. And if you, well, difficult to do with on one hand, but if you turn all these things here, it will give you 3 numbers. Got your numbers right, and you can open the lock. I'll do it now for you. It's open already. When we open the lock, you can open this door right here. And what do we have here? Wow! All kinds of different things here. There's a lock here. A different kind of lock. What you have to do here is you have to push the right numbers. If you push the right numbers, you can push this to the side and the lock will open. Well, I'm sure my geocache is behind this door, so I have to find how to open this lock. Well, the hint for this part will say you have to light up 4 numbers. Well, let's first do the test right there. So let's first, we got a light in here. Just put it away for a moment, right? Okay, yeah, put it there, the light. And if we look here, let me see, you see a red cross, so it's not a real number, but that's the whole idea. Now what you do, okay, I'll give you the first one. You pull this out, then you can turn this wheel here, and there is another hole. This hole, if you put a light there, show to you, number 1 lights up. So one of these figures is number 1. Right? Okay. Another figure is difficult to find for a lot of people probably. It is right there between the numbers. You don't have to get it sharp. You see it right there? There's another hole that's hidden by the Chinese counting windows. I'm curious if people will find that one. Number 3, you can pull this out here. If you pull this out, then you can open the drawer. In the drawer is nothing here right now. It's a red herring. See that? You probably put something in here, a little box with the idea. What says you have to look further. There's nothing in there, so you cannot do anything here. Why is the locker there? Why is this drawer here? Well, if you put the drawer open on the other side, it's in connection with this one, so this will open as well. And up there, if you can see it, up there is another hole which you have to put your light in, and another number will appear. So that's the third number. Number 4, for that you have to use this. See all these things, they can go back and forth. It will unbatch, that will batch, this can do anything. But this one will go to the side. This can move. This one also can move. Well, this one moves. Now this can move up and down, and this can move up and down. This can move. That can move down. That can move to the side. And hey, number 4. All lights will light up. Numbers here. You push the right combination right there. I'll do it quickly for you now, without giving away all numbers. And it will open. Okay, we're back at home to show you how we made this cache. Let's first show you some measurements of the cache. So it's 35 centimeters by 21. On the back side it's 18 centimeters high, front side a bit lower at 16 centimeters. Okay, now the core of this cache, of course, is the part where you shine a light through a hole and somewhere else a number appears. So let's show you the inside of the cache and show you how we made this. Okay, in the inside you see all the optic fibers, and there how we made the different holes. For the several holes I drilled, like here, just drill the hole, and I put a little bit of perspex on top of it, in there, and then a metal ring to cover it. So this way you can shine light through it. If you don't have your geocaches coming with all kinds of things and trying to poke through it, right, it will not work, and that way you will not damage the cache on the inside. Now on the inside of this same spot you'll see this, and I'll show you what it is. It is another small piece of Pertex, and on that I will just glue a bolt like this. Put some screws in it so it's attached, and after that in here I'll put a drop of glue, and I'll take this plastic fiber optic wire, cut them in the right size, and I'll put them in there again with a drop of glue. So if you shine a light through here, then on this side it will go through the optic fibers. Okay, so now how did you make the numbers appear? So I have this grid where I get in line, where I just push fibers through. You see the cross right there, or mark them red, so it gives different light. All the other ones are just pushed in from this side and enter there. To make sure no one could see the exact numbers, which are here, I filled all the holes with just a short piece of optic fiber, so that every hole was filled, so you could not see, just looking at the holes, which number would appear. Now if you take a look at the different holes, there's a hole here where you shine through. This one is the hole you shine through when you open this, and then open the drawer on this side. Open the drawer on this side, open this right here, you shine up here, then you see there's the connector and the optic fiber for that part. Okay, I can take this out and show you what's under there. So if you take this out, then you see the drawer where the cache is placed. Over here you see this little bar that in this position, when it's closed, holds back this board here, and when you draw it out you can actually open a drawer here because it will slide right by there, and because it's all connected, when you open the drawer, there comes the hole. Down here, there's your hole to shine through, another hole to shine through for 2 more numbers. Okay, let's have a look at the bottom of the cache. Let's just turn the cache over, and here we are. Well, first let me show you how I made this part. Okay, for this part of the cache I took an old abacus with plastic beads, which I sawed off and made the metal pins. Sawed them off also at one side to make the abacus the size I wanted to. The plastic beads, I filed them off with a simple file on one side, some of them at least, and made the surface a bit flat, and then made a wide stripe over it to make visibility better. So if you turn all the beads, I won't show you everything, but numbers will appear which will help you to open the first lock. Now on the cache itself, you see that I made the bottom lower, or at least the edges higher than the bottom, so I can place it exactly in here, so it will fit in there and it will not show directly. While at the bottom of the cache, let me show you how I made this turning knob here. It's here, you cannot move it because there's this metal rod in its way, which is just a small metal thing that fits exactly here. You can pull it completely out. That's it. Right? You don't have to, when opening the working on the cache, just pull it out a little bit and it'll be far enough. And really far enough to be able to turn it, and there's one of the other holes to shine through. Finally, let's show you this puzzle right here. Okay, let's have a look at this part of the cache. For this part I used some hard plastic slates I had, wooden plugs and a longer piece of wood. Okay, let's open this up. So what I did is made the piece of wood on a right length. I figured out a way in which I wanted the mechanism to work. I glued some other wooden pieces to the plastic slate so that the hinges would move back and forth right, and then I drilled a hole where I could put the plugs in, which I could use as lever. Now a bit of a difficult point here is to make a slate like this which fits exactly over the pins, and in this case this is the one you have to move first, but to make it a little bit more difficult for the people operating it, this one has to go this way, so you can move the next one, but to make it, as I said, make more difficult. I could have the slot from here to there, of course, extend the slot a bit in the opposite direction also, so you never know do I have to move left or right, and it goes for all slots. Now put everything together and there's your final product, your cache. Of course it's pretty complicated cache. You could also choose to just use this part of the puzzle as a cache of its own, or the abacus as a cache, or use some kind of variation on the optic fiber for a cache. Well, we just hope we've given you some ideas. Hope you like this cache. Use anything you like to make your own cache, and let's enjoy our hobby. Bye!